shoulder pads, out. Bowl cuts, out. Your shoulder pads, whack. Your bowl cuts, whack.
Hey, my name is John.
And I'm Kyle, and this is Total Trek Rewind,
where we watch Star Trek episodes every week, give you our commentary,
and make fun of them,
and have a good time.
and just have a good time.
Always thinking happy thoughts.
Okay, here's how it works. We'll roll some dice, and depending on which number we get, that tells us which show we're going to watch. Then we roll some dice for the episode, so this would be animated series, and then episode 77, which doesn't exist. Who cares, you get the idea.
Hey everybody, welcome to Total Trek Rewind, where we watch random Star Trek episodes, and I complain about rank.
We don't know what we're going to get. It's totally random. We throw the dice, and that's what happened.
I'm hoping we miraculously land on Shattered Mirror of DS9. No way we'll get 3 in a row.
We get set up for our dice roll.
Nice. Next week I'm gonna have a haircut and people are gonna think I look funny. You can't fight with a lawnmower.
I wish I was fancy like you and had like dedicated nice dice.
Mine are copper and they're gonna last me the rest of my life. So that's why I didn't mind spending them.
Ready?
Ready.
8.
Picard?
So how many episodes are there? 8?
Oh, why'd it get so bright on my face all of a sudden? 10 episodes.
Here we go. Episode 1. Star Trek Picard, Episode 1. You can't really spoil anything by watching the first episode, right?
Except not knowing anything about it and then getting our commentary on it before they watch it.
Well, then they need to go watch it. By the way, this episode contains spoilers for Picard, I guess. And if you're like, oh crap, and you pause this video right now because you don't want to watch it, go watch this episode or watch it with us.
Space looks so good in this.
Hey, look, it's the Enterprise.
1701D.
See? And raise.
String bet,
String
illegal.
bet.
See that uniform? Best uniform.
That's my favorite uniform too. I don't know. It's, close second to maybe the Monster Maroon.
Which one's that?
The original series movies, or the original, the classic movies.
Yeah.
Or 2 through 6.
You know what the best part about these uniforms are? Data's a lieutenant commander, and I can see that easily.
Ever obsessed with rank.
Brent Spiner really killed it. He was able to come straight back in. One time, Kyle and I met Brent Spiner, and he was pretty cool. He asked us if we were there to meet Stan Lee, and we're like, no, we're here to see you.
We're here to meet you.
5 Queens of Heart. That's illegal.
Well, something's not right.
Strange. I didn't know we were on course to Mars.
Mars? Don't we normally go to like fancy worlds with letters and numbers?
This is Chateau Picard. Not a bad place to wake up every day.
Yeah, that'd be a great house to live in.
What I don't get, though, the 24th century or early 25th century, whenever this is, and there's no money in their economy, then how do they decide who gets the big houses and who gets the little houses?
What is that?
Eyes blink like this.
She's real cute.
And vanilla.
That's a cool little effect right there. I didn't notice when I first watched it.
What?
How did he know where he was? He just phased in and threw that knife. She's about to go Winter Soldier on them.
I just drew this phaser. I'm not going to punch her with it.
What's the point of the bottom part of the phaser? That's what he gets for wearing a red shirt.
This is a very different style of intro.
I like it though. I like it a lot.
It's pretty different. If you're apprehensive about jumping into Star Trek Picard because you didn't watch Next Generation, my wife didn't watch any of Next Generation, but she loves Picard.
Yeah, my wife watched very little Next Gen and she likes Picard too.
It's very modern.
In cereal, like Frosted Flakes. Wonder how they turn climate change around.
They have planetary weather systems.
It's something you don't really notice ever before in Star Trek is TV.
Yeah.
They've never really had TV.
Rarely see a glimpse of what civilian life is like in Star Trek. So.
Just the common people and not the military.
So he's getting ready to do an interview, I guess. I like how these Romulans are just like, man, we're going to wear Earth clothes now.
Shoulder pads, out. Bowl cuts, out. Your shoulder pads, whack. Your bowl cuts, whack. These Earth clothes, tight as shit.
I got this sweater from Sonoma Williams. Or Williams Sonoma. I don't know.
I don't know what you're even saying right now. You know, we're still typing on things. You think at this point we'd have some kind of like thought manipulation things to do stuff?
That's not a good idea. Think about every errant thought you had, like going into.
I mean, I feel like you would have to know. Like it would know.
How would it know?
I don't Because it's the future. It would have a trigger thing like Siri or Google.
Why did you really quit Starfleet?
Because it was no longer Starfleet.
No longer Starfleet.
And you know they screwed up big time if Picard turns his back on Starfleet.
So if you've not tracked exactly, the Romulan sun went supernova, and Picard was leading a joint mission between Starfleet and the Romulan Star Empire to evacuate their people outside the supernova range.
Yeah, we should mention at that time, synthetic life forms like androids like Data were en masse working on Mars to build all these starships to go get the Romulans, and they had an uprising and just killed everybody. It was a big disaster.
Starfleet called off the evacuation of the Romulans.
So she had a vision of Picard,
Do you
and
know
now
me?
she's seeking him out. She saw him on
You
TV.
know me. I was with my boyfriend. We were in my apartment.
Three motorcycle ninjas just appeared at my apartment. He killed my boyfriend.
And then someone said the magic words, and I turned into the Winter Soldier and whipped their butts.
She just showed up at his house, a complete stranger, and then just started confessing killing all these people.
And Picard's like, it's okay. We'll figure this out. I haven't had the attention of a young woman in 70 years. He's simping hard right now.
Ugh, I don't say that word. I'm not even like entirely sure what it means, and that makes me uncomfortable.
What is his little pin?
I don't know, but I like it.
Do you think I'm crazy? Do you believe me?
If you were dangerous, then number one would let me know.
Such a good name for the dog.
It really is.
I might name my next dog number one.
Not if I do it first.
When I was growing up, I had a dog named Kira.
Maurice?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, another terrible day at Chateau Picard, which looks like Southern California.
Is this Napa Valley?
What? Why is Data in Napa Valley painting? I like how warm this show is. Like
Yes,
the,
I do too.
The cinematography is very warm, and it looks much different than Discovery, which is really blue, and this show is warm.
I've never put that together before you said that.
Yeah. Look at the solar panels on the Golden Gate Bridge. That's cool.
Let me just replicate this thing. Is it even really the original if you just replicate it?
Are you really you if you've been transported? Look who it is.
This painting is called Daughter.
What? Is she Data's daughter?
I like how they never talk about Lil in this whole thing.
Who was a cool character?
Yeah, for about 45 minutes.
This is so dumb. I hate these touchscreen displays.
I love them. They look so cool.
They're so impractical, though. Oh, she's gone all out Data right here. Look at this. Intense.
But it actually would work like that in the future, unlike now where they do it.
My mother-in-law can barely use an iPad. He's like 85 million years old. You're gonna say, run up these 6 flights of stairs. At least it's realistic. Look at him. Oh no! Motorcycle ninjas. I see these motorcycle ninjas went to the Stormtrooper Academy.
Suplex City! Hurricanrana down the stairs?
Oh man.
And she's dead.
She's dead.
Wait, did they just like teleport him onto the couch? Like, oh, found a passed out admiral. Let's send him home.
They just left him there? Like, alright, see you later.
They didn't send him to a doctor? Like, not even a hollow doctor?
We found this old guy on the top of the building, and the life alert bracelet he was wearing told us to bring him here, so,
We don't get paid. No one does.
yeah, we don't get paid. Let's go home and have a beer. Look, they got the little pendant on, too.
They probably are communicators. He's probably out there in like the third row, like, someone didn't pick this grape.
It's the secret order of the grape snatchers. Daystrom Institute. Is this the first time we've ever seen the Daystrom Institute? We always hear about it, but we've never seen it.
Oh, they took Data apart.
So this was a copy of Data called B4, which is a terribly original name, by the way.
And when Data died, they tried to basically do a restore of Data onto B4, but his positronic net was not advanced enough to handle it, and it basically short-circuited their systems, and they killed B4 in the attempt to bring back Data.
Where is he now?
I've tried to find him.
And the person they're talking about was from a TNG episode called The Measure of a Man. He was trying to basically claim Data wasn't a human, and he was going to take him back to the Daystrom Institute to study and tear him apart to understand and reverse engineer how he works.
Yeah, so while you don't have to know all these things to enjoy this show, if you do, they click and they work, and it just calls up all of those old memories of those great episodes from years ago.
You really probably shouldn't know the name of the episodes off the top of your head.
But Measure of a Man is arguably like one of the top 10 best Star Trek episodes ever. Yeah, it's in every list, I guarantee it. Oh man, now this is where it starts to feel like Star Trek, I think, to me.
Yeah. Is that Sexy Spock?
No.
He looks like him.
Ramsey Bolton in space. Where's his shoulder pads?
It's the best thing about the Picard episodes is it really expands on the Romulan culture in showing that we've only seen a very small subset of actual Romulans before this point. And if you guys don't notice what they're on right now, it rhymes with Org-Oob.
Not at all Swedish.
Yeah, because the last thing you want is Romulans and Tal Shiar controlling a Borg cube.
Oh, it looks so good.
It really does.
Okay, so that was episode 1 of Star Trek Picard.
I love it. I think Picard was a great series. I also like Discovery. I know a lot of people don't like it because they say it doesn't feel Star Trek enough.
And you know what? Honestly, maybe that's not a bad thing. So, like I said at the beginning of the episode, my wife doesn't want anything to do with Star Trek, but she really likes Discovery, and she likes Picard even more, I think. And maybe that is because it's new and modern and it's not like regular Star Trek, and that's okay.
It's more like DS9, which is best Star Trek.
Star Trek has like a feel to it, and it's like a bunch of geeky guys and girls on a spaceship, like talking a bunch of technobabble about Monster of the Week. Picard is serialized, like John said, kind of like Deep Space Nine, and it feels modern and like a regular show.
I also feel like a lot of the hate comes from older generations that grew up with the other Star Trek. So the Gen X, the baby boomers, I love you guys, but give it a chance.
I hate it because it's different. I don't like different.
Like Kyle mentioned, the cinematography, the way that the show is filmed.
The cameras do good.
The way the show is filmed, it really is gorgeous. Like it makes me want to go to Chateau Picard and see these things.
Yeah.
The story, it's paced very well in my opinion as well.
No, but if there is one criticism I have, I think that it does just kind of like throw you into it maybe a little too quickly.
Yeah, I don't think so. How would you have done it? How would you have slowed it down a little bit? What would you have recommended to do?
I think if they had like a 12 episode season, then it probably would have flowed a little bit better for me. Yeah, I mean, you could still have those major hooks like, oh snap, girl got killed. You may be in the episode there. In this episode, we've kind of seen a few spoilers for episode 1, but it's only episode 1, right? So I think you should, if you enjoyed it and you're curious about Picard, go ahead and jump in. It's a great show. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications. Also, John,
please join our Discord.
We would like to talk with you about all things geeky and Star Trek, and you can, I don't know what to talk about, but you can talk about it there.
Come hang out with us, like and subscribe. Bye.
Adios, amigos.